The Chicago Bears have to avoid going 0-5 on the season. But if they do, it might not be the worst thing, as it means head coach Matt Eberflus will likely be let go. This comes just in time of the mini bye that the Bears are going to have, as they have 10 days in between the Commanders game and their Week 6 game. The Bears take on the Washington Commanders on Thursday Night Football on the road, hoping that Justin Fields can continue his success that he had against Denver. Last time these two teams met, it was so close that Darnell Mooney could almost taste it. Hello, welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Brody. Thank you as always for tuning in. With the Bears in Washington, there's a lot of positives on and off the field for this game. I'll be going over each team's strength, injury reports, and 3 keys to the game. Please like this video, comment your thoughts in the comment section below, and make sure you throw a bear down if you're ready for some Chicago Bears football. So let's start off with the rankings. The Chicago Bears offense, according to ESPN, is ranked 21st in the NFL with 305.3 yards per game. By the way, the Packers are ranked 27th. Bears offensive passing ranking is 24th in the NFL with 186.3 yards per game. Offensive rushing is ranked 13th in the NFL with 119 yards per game. And from a points perspective, the offense is ranked 22nd, scoring 18.8 points per game. It's a lot better than a lot of people would probably think. The Bears defense overall is ranked 28th with giving up 383 yards per game. That's where it's making sense. Defensive passing is ranked 29th in the NFL, giving up 267.8 yards per game. They're one spot ahead of the Seattle Seahawks, though, which I kind of thought was cool. Are you guys ready for this? The Bears defensive rushing ranking is ranked 18th with 115.5 yards per game allowed. That is better than the Commanders on top of it. Just want to put that out there. Stay tuned. But overall, a lot better rankings than I thought they were going to be for one of two 0-4 teams. The Commanders, 20th overall ranked offense with 307.8 yards per game. Only one spot better than the Chicago Bears. Their passing is ranked 20th in the NFL with 194.3 yards per game. Don't let it fool you. Sam Howell threw 4 interceptions in their Week 3 game against the Buffalo Bills. Offensive rushing wise, they're ranked 17th with 106.5 yards per game. And offensive scoring wise, they're ranked 17th with 22.3 points per game. All manageable for that Bears defense. Washington's defense overall, are you ready? They're ranked 22nd in the NFL with 352.6 yards per game allowed. This matchup is a little bit more even than I thought. Passing rise, they are ranked 20th overall with giving up 230 yards per game. Fields can definitely deal with that. Defensive rushing, they are ranked 21st overall with giving up 122.5 yards per game. Like I said earlier, worse than the Bears. And this game is actually a battle of the mids. I am shocked still how close rankings wise these teams are. Commanders are 2-2, Bears are 0-4. Who's in, who's out? Out for Chicago is Eddie Jackson, Josh Blackwell, Kyler Gordon, Jalen Johnson, Chase Claypool. Questionable is Teven Jenkins and Jaquan Brisker. For Washington, they have no one out for sure at the moment of this recording, but questionable, they have a ton of players. Cornerback Christian Holmes, wide receiver Curtis Samuel, wide receiver Jahan Dotson, cornerback Jatavius Martin, cornerback Benjamin St. Just, and running back Chris Rodriguez Jr. Washington staying a little bit healthier, but that's still a pretty long list of injuries. Now, before I get into my 3 keys of the game, we would like to thank Lou Malnati's for being today's sponsor. Make sure to go out and get the limited edition Lou Malnati's Portillo's Pizza. Coming in 2 different flavors with sweet pepper or hot giardiniera. Both are packed with Lou Malnati's delicious butter crust, tomatoes, cheese, and Portillo's famous beef. Make sure to head to your local Lou Malnati's before the game and make sure you get there early. It takes 45 minutes to cook, but I'm going to enjoy that tonight with my dad while we watch the Bears take on the Commanders. So let's go into my 3 keys of the game for Chicago. Justin Fields needs to do exactly what he did against the Denver Broncos. This defense isn't as good as many expected them to be this year. They're mid in every category. Let him air it out against the Washington Commanders. Have a nice combo of short, deep, and rollout passes, and Justin Fields will have himself a day. Get pressure on Sam Howell. Like I said earlier, the Bills had 4 interceptions against him, and that's because they had a ton of pressure on the quarterback. Eberflus also knows his job is on the line. He'll be sending a lot more blitz than he usually does. And finally, we need a turnover. Those are rare in Chicago these days, unfortunately. Need to keep the offense on the field as much as possible so they can put up potentially as many points as possible against Washington. More opportunities to score, more points, and also keep that banged up defense off the field. Bears are off for 10 days after this game. We will have post-game live with me and Nick Barr. But with that, thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde, and as always, bear down, baby.